Jumps racing at Cheltenham is back for the November meeting this weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. The ground not quite as soft as the trainers and the horses probably want it, but this is our first chance to possibly see some winners that may turn around and come back in March for the big festival. So kind of going to use this as an opportunity to start the kind of jumps racing tips going forward, and I thought this was a fair time to start that for this season. Starting off with Friday, I'm going to do a video for each day, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so check back tomorrow for Saturday's tips. For Fridays, 3 races that I'm going to take a look at out of the 6. Starting with the first race, the 110, it's a conditional jockey's handicap. And there's a horse in here that I started to track from around last March. It's a horse called Plaisir Des Flos, trained by Fergal O'Brien. And this horse racked up quite the sequence last year when stepping up in trip. Went from an 82 rated hurdler, won 5 in a row, and is now rated 118. Every time he's posted an RPR higher than his rating. He's only 5 years old, he's still improving. Yeah, this is going to be the hardest challenge to date, but he did win on seasonal reappearance. Hopefully with the age profile and the kind of sequence he's been putting up, he's clearly improving, he's clearly good at what he does. The conditional jockey gets £3 off his back. He's weighted to go quite well. It's a tough race, it's a big field. Moving on to the second race I'm going to take a look at, it is the 145. It's a novice chase, it's a listed race. Now, when I was doing some research for this, I found that a lot of horses that contested the October meeting at Cheltenham actually went on and won this. So 21 times a horse has ran in the novice chase over this trip, 3-mile trip at the October meeting, and 5 of them have won. I think it's the only race to have produced more than 1 winner of this race. So obviously horses that have got that bit of Cheltenham experience, bit of experience at the trip and the track, tends to play, good dividends when coming into this race. The current ground is good, and it was as well at the October meeting. So Hyland is the one in here that takes most interest for me. For Nicky Henderson and Nico de Boinville. He was good enough to contest last year's Potemps at the festival, so he's a festival potential quality horse. I think 3 miles is exactly what he needs. It's the making of him. He's quite a good jumper, and from his debut this season, winning at Cheltenham, you could see that he's took to fences quite well. He has had 3 goes over fences, 2 of them in the summer, but that kind of reappearance at Cheltenham back last month was impressive 20 days ago, and like I said, he's quite clearly took a step forward for going chasing. So that would be the second tip of the day, Hyland. I'm not sure whether it'll be favourite, that could be Springwell Bay, but I think Hyland to confirm that October form would be of interest for me there. And then the last race that we're going to take a look at is the 3:30, the Albert Bartlett trial race. It's a grade 2 over 2 mile 5 furlongs. Obviously the Albert Bartlett is over a little bit further come March. Have a look at some past winners of this race: Manila Missa, Hermes Alem, Blazing Carl, Does He Know, Time Hill. We've got some fairly decent horses there. Some will have definitely have gone on to represent that form in March in the Albert Bartlett. But let's just take a look at the 6 runners here. Potter's Charm and Val Grand come out as the kind of 2 hottest or highly rated horses. Both of them winners last time. The difference being Valgrand is the one stepping up in trip, and Potter's Charm did run over this trip last time. Potter's Charm run at Cheltenham. He won against Minella 6-0. That was an impressive performance. As I said, he's not going up in trip here. He's staying at the same distance, which I think is a benefit to him, rather than Valgrand, who's his main danger, who will be stepping up roughly 4 or 5 furlongs in trip. So yeah, just happy to play the kind of known quantity here in Potter's Charm. I expect him to go off favourite for Nigel Twiston-Davies. I think he's quite good. Let's see how good he could get. It wouldn't be interesting me much. I don't think any of them would be interesting me much for an actual Albert Bartlett come March. But for this race here, he's proven he can run on good ground. He's proven a liking to the track at Cheltenham. Hopefully he can turn around similar to Hyland and confirm that October form. But they're the 3 tips for Friday. Just to run you quickly through them again. Plaisir Des Flos in the first. That's at 110, and then in the 145 Hyland for Nicky Henderson, and then in the 330 Potter's Charm for the Twiston-Davies.